Hello, everybody. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. How are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. So today we're going to be talking about attracting clients in 2023. The top four things that will help you get more clients in your coaching or your consulting business in the new year. So feel free to drop your questions or your comments into the chat. We can discuss them here live, or I'll respond to your comments also if you are going to be watching the replay. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Client attraction marketing is the practice of attracting your ideal clients to your products and services without being pushy or salesy. So you're not sending those DMs that we all love to hate, that I'm sure a lot of us um, have received, right? So, like, those DMs that are like, hey, look at this wonderful offer I have, or I've taken a look at your profile and I've come up with this proven strategy that earns my clients over $1 million. Or my personal favorite, we are a bunch of scrappy VAs ready to work for your business, and we fill the calendars of high ticket coaches, blah, 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 right? All those DMs that we get on a regular basis, they were like, wow. Um, please stop. Please stop cold DMing me. So basically, when I get those types of DMs, I just respond back and be like, I don't want any more appointments. But thanks, though. And they're so confused. But I actually don't. I don't want my calendar so booked that I can't do anything and just talking to a bunch of people who actually want free coaching sessions. So I'm really not looking to do that. So no thanks. But anywho, let's talk more about attraction marketing. So if you're the whole premise behind attraction marketing is that you give before you take, basically. So you release not the product or the service itself, but valuable content surrounding that particular product or service that would help your ideal client make a wise decision and choose you. So if you're using attraction marketing, which if you're doing business online, you're hopefully doing this in some capacity already. So like you're using like a basic sales funnel to do this, but you provide something of value and then you capture potential clients' information to continue to market to them outside of the marketing channel of origin, right? So when you're trying to attract your ideal client, it's important to learn and know what is truly important to them and how you are incorporating that into your offerings. So, the four things that you're going to need to attract your ideal clients as a coach or consultant in 2023: number one, zone of genius and niche. Number two, signature program. Number three, a high value lead magnet, whether that's free or paid. And number four is magnetic messaging. Okay, so got zone of genius and niche, two, signature program. Three is going to be a high value lead magnet, whether it's free or paid. And four is going to be magnetic messaging. So let's talk about your zone of genius and your niche for just a second. So your zone of genius has four elements. It's going to be something that you're extremely skilled at or trained in rather. You have a talent in, something you're extremely passionate about also, which I think is really important. I talk about that piece of zone of genius a lot because I do feel like a lot of entrepreneurs will choose a business or have a business idea centered around what they think could be most profitable for them rather than what they're really extremely passionate about. The third thing is something that the world needs right now, aka your target market needs it right now. And then the fourth thing is that it can be monetized. So your target market wants it and will pay for it right now. So it must have those four elements. The first, something you're extremely good at, talented in, trained in, and you must be passionate about it. Your target market must need it, and they will want to pay for it right now. Okay, so that's the four elements of your zone of genius. And then the second part, that's going to be your niche. So your niche, not to be confused with the general industry, is something that is extremely important when trying to attract your ideal client, right? So I would say probably 10 years ago, you could have gotten away without having a niche, right? But now it's just too competitive to market yourself generically. Get specific about the problem that you solve and for whom. So, life coaching or coaching is the industry itself. That is not your niche, right? I help my clients identify their sub niches and market themselves that way. So sometimes you want to explicitly state the sub niche, and sometimes you just use it to further define the problem that you solve, right? Um, so the top 10 coaching niches today, in no particular order, are transformation, mindset, business, health and wellness, family and parenting, spiritual, executive and leadership, career, relationships, and financial. Okay. So you have to think, where do you fall within those? If you don't know, and you're looking to get into the coaching or consulting industry, you can actually take my free quiz. Um, to find out. So you just click the link in the description of this live, or if you're watching me on Instagram, it's the link in my bio, and you can take the free Find Your Niche quiz. But once you determine your zone of genius and your niche, now you have to determine what problem that you're solving and for whom, right? And so that's going to be super important, and leads me to my next few points. So the second thing you're going to need is your signature program. I talk about signature program a lot, um, but you need to create an offer that solves a problem for your ideal client. And this again should revolve around your zone of genius and reflect the one thing that you really want to be known for. So you have to think, what is my unique skill set and value that I can deliver as a coach or consultant? How will I provide my clients transformation? And what will be the outcome of working with me? A signature program gives coaches and consultants the opportunity to earn more income by selling at the high ticket level, builds brand authority, if marketed and messaged properly, which we'll talk about that in a second, and positions you to be the go-to expert in your niche, right? You want to be known for solving a particular problem, right? You want to make it easy for people to send referrals your way because what you do is so clearly defined, and people can see the difference from working with you versus your competitors. So, one of the things that I know specifically differentiates me from my competitors is that everything that I teach has been implemented in my business, or I've implemented it in the past. And, also I've been running businesses for over a decade before I even became a business coach. So the strategy side of what I do in my program, the Brand Builder Blueprint, is part of my zone of genius and my unique skill set. I don't do cookie cutter advice in my program. My clients get advice specifically for their industry, for their business. So when they implement a strategy I'm teaching, they understand how to implement it specifically for what they are doing and the clients that they are trying to attract, if that makes sense. Um, but setting yourself apart in the coaching or consulting industry, no matter the niche, is key so that you can attract your ideal clients. So now that you have a consistent message that you can create content around, right? If your messaging is not consistent, then you don't have a signature offering or a signature program that is consistent. It's going to be very difficult for you to be able to gain traction, right? So let's talk about the third thing, which is going to be a high value lead magnet, whether it's free or paid. Hey guys, hey Tyra, hey Brittany, hey Nikki. Um, so having a high value lead magnet, free or paid, next critical step in the client attraction process. So to me, this is pretty crucial. I didn't have this in place in my business for a long time, and I regret not having it. A lot of missed opportunities there, I will say. Whether this is going to be free or paid, it needs to be something that your ideal clients want and need, okay? It needs to solve a problem for them, and they need to understand why it's important for them. Therefore, it should be something that they can immediately identify as valuable, okay? It also needs to be relevant to the problem that you're solving. So, for example, you don't want to have a lead magnet about relationships if you're a mindset coach, unless you deal with solving a problem around mindset and relationships. But unless it's like very specific around a certain type of mindset that you're going to develop for a certain type of relationship. But like another example would be like you have a lead magnet on budgeting, but then like what your offer is for your career. It's just completely incongruent. So you really want to make sure that whatever's on the front end relates to what's on the back end, which would be your signature program, right? Um, People are not going to understand the trajectory if you have something like that, because that's not why they were following you, or that's not why they were consuming your content. Hey, Pam, that's not why they were consuming your content. So it is a little bit of what we would call bait and switch. And it's a complete turn off to your consumer if you do something like that. So you want to make sure you're very cognizant when you are developing your lead magnet and wanting to lead people to work with you at a higher level. And if your lead magnet doesn't solve a problem for your ideal client, they aren't going to move forward. They aren't going to download it, right? So I know that there's a lot of back and forth about free lead magnets. And I honestly think the only people who are really against those are the people that don't know how to use them properly. But everything isn't free. And there can definitely be a strategy behind having a free offering versus not having a free offering. But you always want whatever product you put out there into the atmosphere to uplift your expertise, increase brand awareness. That's why you just can't throw things together and be like, here's my offer. Hope you like it. Um, so yeah, so nope, this doesn't work that way. And please, guys, let me know if you have any questions or have any comments as I'm talking and you guys are watching this. But I think the point I want to make is that your lead magnet still needs to be valuable to your ideal client. If you want them to enroll in your coaching or consulting program, it needs to also align with your signature program. Okay, it needs to align with your signature program. I can't stress that part enough. That's why it's called a high value lead magnet. But I will give you like a real life example of how bait and switch can be a real turnoff, even if you didn't necessarily mean for it to come off that way. So I had a friend who was in the grocery store. So this is like a physical example, not even a digital example. She's in the grocery store. A woman came up to her and asked her where she got her hair done. Right. The woman said she was new to the area. She complimented on her hair. And so she said she was trying to find someone new since she was new to the area. So my friend, texted her the info. And then when the lady texted her back to say thank you, she noticed that in the lady's signature, it said wealth coach or financial coach or something like that in it. And then a week later, the lady texted her saying, when's a good time to chat? And my friend was just like, well, it's not a good time to chat because I gave you what I need to give you. And that was done. I gave you the information for the hair and then that was done. Right. So the lady actually started to call her. And then my friend was at work. So she couldn't talk to her at that point, but gave her a call back. And then I guess like when they finally connected, the lady was asking her questions about, did she have insurance? Did she have savings? And how was she planning for like retirement? Just all this stuff. And in my head, I was just like, why are you pushing your services on people rather than just trying to attract them? So I talked to my friend about this experience. I thought it was like an excellent case study to share with you guys. And she was just like, had she come across the lady organically or, just seen something that she might have had and maybe she was trying to educate her, she probably would have moved forward with checking her out because she does have some things that she needs to, I guess, tighten up in terms of financial planning, right? But since this was done in such a sleazy and a salesy way, she was immediately turned off by this and she blocked the lady. So, I was just kind of like, I mean, not saying that those tactics like have never worked, guys, but like if you really want to attract high-end lifelong clients, you should not be like, doing like saying you want to talk to somebody about something and then like when they talk to you, it's all about trying to sell them something, right? That's just not the way to really connect with clients that are going to be lifelong clients. So that actually leads me to my point of magnetic messaging, which is the fourth thing. The last thing that you absolutely need in 2023 to be able to attract your ideal client is magnetic messaging. Messaging your offers can make or break you, right? If your ideal client doesn't know your offer is for them, they will keep scrolling. You need a clear and succinct way to say what you do so that potential clients can understand that you can help them. Okay. With all the inundation of information that we have these days, it's extremely important to get your point across quickly. You also have to have like a clear transformation so that clients can when it comes to like what they're going to experience when working with you and enrolling in your program, you're able to make things tangible for them, right? You're making a lot of us have intangible niches, right? Intangible meaning like mindset, confidence, self-awareness, transformation. Those things are intangible. You can't hold transformation in your hand, right? Or hold the mindset in your hand. So you have to make those things tangible for your ideal client. So when you say things like, we'll make your life better, live your best life, do it better, all very generic, right? And mean different things to different people. So that's why it's very crucial that you get to know your target market so that you can describe. So, whatever live your best life means for your target market, that's what's in your messaging, right? What problems they face, what solutions you have that will solve their problems. So, consistency in your messaging is key. So, if one week you're talking about mindset, the next week you're talking about helping people find their dream career, the next week you're talking about parenting and fixing relationships, like it's confusing to your potential clients. We have no idea what problem that you're solving. We just know you're talking about a bunch of stuff. That's literally what's happening, right? So, and I will say, high ticket clients like clear messaging. They want to feel like you're speaking directly to them, and you need to be able to answer who you're helping, the problem that you're solving, and the outcomes of working with you. All right, guys. I just want to check in and see if we had any questions or comments. Any questions or comments? That was the 4 things that you need to attract more of your ideal client in 2023. Any questions or comments, guys? Hey, guys. Thanks for joining. Anybody on Facebook, Instagram, or Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube? Questions or comments? Anything at all? All right, I'm going to do a quick recap. So, the 4 things that we need in order to be able to attract our ideal clients in 2023, whether you're a coach or consultant. Number 1, zone of genius and niche. Number 2, signature program. Number 3, high value lead magnet, whether that's free or paid. And number 4 is magnetic messaging. You need all those 4 things to be able to successfully attract your ideal clients on repeat in the new year. And because, being able to really nail your messaging is going to be a big part of how you're going to be able to get clients in the new year. I'm hosting a free magnetic messaging workshop in January to help you guys learn how you can best attract your ideal clients. So in this workshop, you'll learn the basics of attraction marketing, how to clarify your I help statement so that it's extremely clear what you do, and how to sell 4+ figure offers in the DM and have your clients contacting you rather than you reaching out to them in order to enroll in your program. So if you're interested in attending this free workshop, you can, if you're watching me on Instagram, click the link in my bio. If you're watching me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, click the link in the description of this live, slayhardeveryday.co, and just click on register for the free magnetic messaging workshop. And I hope to see you guys there. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Anything at all? Anything? Hi, Darcy. We're just wrapping up. So if you guys missed it, definitely make sure you catch the replay. I will be posting that in just a second. But I just want to do one final sweep, make sure we didn't have any questions before I go ahead and end this thing. Nothing? All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday. If I don't see you guys, have a happy new year. And stay tuned to my social media channels. I have a lot of announcements coming over the next few days. So yeah, just stay connected. If you are watching me on Facebook, you can connect with me at iSimplyShe. YouTube is at iSimplyShe. LinkedIn at Crystal Vernay. And then Instagram, I'm at I_simply_she. So if you have any questions anything comes up after this, definitely make sure you shoot me a DM. And I will see you guys later. Take care.